Hello and good morning, everyone. Melissa here, and it's the 7 a.m. time to plan, and it's day number 5. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm super excited to see how many people have shown up 5 days in a row to be given this opportunity to receive information that will and can change the direction of your life if you're willing to show up and do the work. You've already done the hard part, my friend. You've come in, you've watched the videos, you've taken in the information, and you've applied it the best that you can. And today, when we talk about accountability, I know this is where the rubber meets the road, and you're going to be able to really start implementing practices moving forward. And I've got some great opportunities for you, so be sure to listen to the end so that you'll know what those are. So let's do a recap and talk about what has happened this week. I mean, we started Monday with looking at time to plan, and our topic was aligning your vision. And we did it different than just picking an image and saying, I want this for my life. We dove deeper. We felt the emotions. We felt what it looked like. We saw it. We could taste it. We could hear it. We could feel it. We want to really lock in that visualization to where it seems real because the mind can create images in our head, and some are good and some are bad, but we're going to take the good ones and really start leveling up, knowing that anything and everything is possible. So starting with that visualization, and then we moved into understanding mindfulness and mindset. So, mindfulness is tapping into the present, grounding yourself in the moment, really feeling everything around you, seeing the walls, the table that you're at, the phone or device you're using, the books, the smells, the noises coming from outside or in the other room. That's mindfulness. I'm right here present in this moment with you. And from that place, with the higher vibration and the mindfulness, I can start developing a new mindset around how things or how my life can unfold. I have a mindset that everything is working out to my highest and best good, and I'm a good finder, and all is well. I am safe. Those are my mantras that I use on a daily basis. And sometimes when I'm feeling a little too heavy and I can't quite get what I need to understand or get moving in the direction I want, I just pause and say, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And that place is where it taps me back into understanding that my life is created based on all of this, on this time to plan, but then it becomes autopilot. So then my actions and reactions work together. So I'm not causing those shit storms. I'm not falling out of balance. I'm not losing sight of what it is that I'm here to do, be, and have. Feels good, doesn't it? So then day 3, we talked about motivation and drive. And that was really the where I started on my journey, was just being able to tap into that inner motivation, that intrinsic motivation, something inside of me, not always being motivated by the external factors that are out there. I mean, yeah, I love all of those things and I can create all of those things in my life, relationships, money, homes, cars, all of that. It's just what intrinsically does it move me to want to have these things. I want to travel to the ocean and sit on the beach because I know what it does for my soul. It's a mind, body, spirit connection that I have, sitting on the shoreline in a nice chair and having a cocktail and listening to music. Those kind of things feel my soul. They give me so much energy and delight. And so that's the intrinsic piece of it. The external part of it is all the beauty and glory and the experience that you have, the food that you eat, the hotel that you stay in. All of that's the external. So you bring those together. That's the motivation and the drive to move you forward. Yesterday, we talked about action plans. So, this is where you get to decide what's going to make things easier or better for you to put things into motion. So we've talked about vision boards in past conversations, and putting the images up on a big board, or putting them in your phone, or using Pinterest, or using a Canva template, whatever you use. It's one of those things. We get excited, we put the photos, we put the images, and then we forget it. We think Amazon Prime's going to knock on the door in a couple of days and just deliver all that to us. And man, would that not be the way to go? Because I want that more, please. But the thing is you are now setting the vortex, the energy in the vortex based on those images and words that you choose to put on there. So when you think about the action plan internally, in order to do the thing, in order to lose the weight, in order to buy the car, in order to get a new job, if those were on your vision board, there's things that you need to do need to do that would help you move into that next version, get the things that you want. So if you're looking for a new job, you need to look for a job, you need to update your resume, maybe do some practice interviews, see what's happening out there, what's trending with jobs. If you're looking to buy a new car, what make, model, year, where do you think you'll buy it? Are you going to make the payments? What's the insurance? Maybe go get to the dealership and have a picture taken of yourself in that car that you want. Because if you just generally want a vehicle, like my husband, he wants a new truck, but that's all he says. He doesn't care what make, model, color, but it's like that matters. When you're creating a plan to get this vehicle, we need to zero in on what it is. What's the color? What's the make? What's the model? What's the year? How many mileage? Leather interior, cloth interior, heated seats, no heated seats. Like all of that's important in this creation because it makes it more real. If I just say he wants a truck, you're all like thinking of whatever truck comes to mind for you. For some, it might be Chevy. For others, it might be Ford. So some, it might be Dodge. But if I was to say he wants this particular Chevy truck, Z71, in the color of red, and it's got less than 100,000 miles, and it's got black leather interior, like now you've created this image. That's what I mean when I talk about creating the image, the vision, so it's real and you feel it. And then you feel yourself behind that steering wheel. So use that when you're planning. This is part of the planning that we talked about yesterday. And how you plan, again, I wrote some notes here because I want to make sure that I give you all the content, is planning ahead. And when you're planning ahead, it just really is when we learn by direction, right? We learn when someone says, do A, B, and C to get to D. Like you understand that in school, do the homework and take the test and get the grade. Like, so that's what planning is about. It's not just, oh, my to-do list, that's a plan. I get it. We do it every day. There's your plan. But I want to help you really step into a deeper practice of planning that isn't going to be hard. It's just deeper in the context that you will know you're doing these things, you've made this plan, and this is how you stay on course. This is how it keeps you motivated and have that drive to get up every day and do the things that you need to do because you have a solid plan of knowing what needs to be done in that particular moment. So, like we were talking about the resume writing, if you're getting a new job, that might be something that you want to create, but you have 3 or 4 friends that you could share it with so that you can let them look at it, maybe critique it or give you some pointers, or maybe do the practice interviews, or just even talk to a company's what do you call those hedge hunters who help you get more understanding of what's available. So the planning doesn't just stop with I plan to get a new job, I plan to get a new car, I plan to start my own company. Like that's a huge one. You entrepreneurs out there or those wanting to be an entrepreneur, I get it. We want to be able to just say, I'm going to open my doors for business. The money's going to flood in and life is going to be grand. That's a great first level goal. That's the vision. That's what you want. It's the desire and the intention that goes after that, which involves raising your motive or raising your motivation, your vibration, getting your drive, and then starting to create the action plan. And every day review that action plan. Have a way to really look at it. And that's where we get into accountability. This to me has been such an awareness, a deeper awareness of how we fall short because of accountability. And sometimes accountability can be in our favor, and sometimes it can actually not be in our favor. So, what do I mean by that? Accountability is one of those things that has a feeling behind it. And depending on your upbringing and experiences that you have, accountability can look different for others. So, for instance, accountability for you or myself or anyone could be if I fall short of that goal, someone's going to yell at me, someone's going to call me out, someone's going to make me feel guilty, shameful, bad. Right? That could be the accountability that we fear is going to happen because we've experienced it in our past. That to me is where we get to say, okay, well, that was a good story up until now, that if that's how I felt being held accountable, grades in school, cleaning your room, getting home for your curfew, right? You were held accountable, but there was a punishment attached to it if you fell short or if you did not follow through. Let's let that go. Woo! I can let that go, reach into that heart space and say, wow, I held on to that thinking accountability had to be with a outcome of discipline if I don't follow through. So I'm not even going to set up anything to have these goals, desires, and intentions because someone's going to check on me. And if I fall short, there's going to be a negative reaction from that. So what does new accountability system look for you? It's just like I mentioned, the plane or the boat, they have to stay on course. They don't go in a straight line, but they have all these gadgets, right? They have all these instruments that tell them. They even have the headsets so that they are told by air control or sea control, like where you're at, what you're doing, and what way to turn the wheel. And so that's your new accountability. It's all about, am I on course? Do I need to self-direct? Do I need to shift the change just a little bit because the wind changed, or um, there's something up ahead that I can avoid that I didn't anticipate or expect. So accountability has this whole new feeling and vibe underneath it to let you know that it's in service for you so that you can know and strategically plan ahead and stay the course without feeling like, oh, I ate salads for 3 days. And then the fourth day, I had a piece of chocolate cake because I ate those three salads and it has to balance itself out, right? Well, that could be it. But accountability would say otherwise. It would say, nope, you blew it. You ate the cake. Now everything you did those first 3 days, why'd you even do it? Because now you're eating the cake. The accountability is redirecting, right? Getting back on course, getting back up on getting up on the horse, getting back on the wagon, however you want to describe it. It's, oh, but having ate those three salads and now eating the cake, I don't feel as good after eating the cake. And I have a little bit of guilt around eating the cake. But you know what? I ate the cake. That's what I did today. Maybe this is my cheat day. Maybe this is my day of being able to have the things that I truly desire. But it doesn't mean I'm going to eat cake every day after this. It means I did it this day. And tomorrow morning, I get to wake up and make new decisions, right? It seems so simple when it's put out in that kind of context. Life is always happening for you. It's not happening to you. It's about who you show up in the process. And if you're willing to understand and take in these lessons and process them in the way that feels good to you, then I know you're going to be able to create your life by design. I've been doing it for many, many years, and my clients are doing the same thing here recently. And this is where I want to get into opportunities of accountability, because this is where I recognize, having implemented this into my coaching practice, the 21 day to accountability, which Amy Scalia, some of you probably follow her through CincyChic. We're really good friends, and we've done a lot of work together over the years. And she was the person that I was able to offer this to the first time. And we started it back in November or December, first part of December. And the conversation was, if I only had accountability to get up early and fill my cup first, I feel like I could do more with my life. There's a testimonial posted here, I think, in this group. But the point of this is giving her the accountability for me to call her every morning at 5:30 a.m. for a 10 to 15-minute conversation so she could feel like she was in alignment and on course to make the changes that she wanted to make. So we set the intention, the desire, and the goal. She wanted to get up early. She wanted to be able to do her exercise. She wanted to have a moment before her children woke up at 6 o'clock so she could journal, drink a cup of coffee, and just allow herself to lean into the moment. That was our goal, intention, and desire. And it became so much more than that. There was so many self-discoveries with her being able to show up on a daily basis, and for me to have those conversations in the morning to get her vibration up, to get her on course of what she planned to do. And if we needed to change things along the way, we did. And the habit was formed. She's still doing it today. She still believes in the work that we did together, created that vortex of energy. She can go back and really understand the importance of getting up and filling her cup first. I have several other clients who have opted into this opportunity as well, and the same results are happening. But interesting enough, some come in and say, this is my intention, my desire, my goal. I want to eat better. I want to work out, and I want to, make more money this year, becomes, no, I want to learn to love myself. No, I want to raise my vibration so I can see clearly. Like, it can flip that quickly, and understanding what it is you're truly creating in your life. So I have that available for 8 more people if they want to join this opportunity for you to have one-on-one support. It could be morning, afternoon, or evening. You pick the time, and every day for 21 days, I will show up for you, and I will have you held accountable in a very positive, very light, very empowering way so that you can step boldly and confidently into this next version. So I'll drop the link to where you can find out more information on that. The investment is very minimal, $197 for you to have access to a coach every morning for the next 21 days. That's pretty incredible. And so that to me was the other reason to start the accountability lab, which is much like what I've been doing here over the last 5 days, is for you to have the opportunity. I'm going to start at February the 1st. We will come into a group setting. I haven't decided if it'll be Zoom or if it'll be like this Facebook Live. I think Zoom because I want that engagement, but you don't have to be visible on camera. You can just be there listening. And what that looks like, it's a 4-week lab, and we meet Monday through Thursday, and we'll do the 7 a.m. for much like this information that I will be building out the curriculum so that it helps you and provides service for you to learn even more tips and tricks. And then on Fridays, we'll have a Q&A, probably midday or mid-morning, to where we go into a Zoom room and you can ask your questions, and that'll be opened up for participation there as well. And we'll do that for 4 weeks because a whole month. February is a short month, but not. And I just looked at February in that those eyes of like, this would be very helpful for those individuals who aren't ready to hire the one-on-one services, who need a little more than the 21 days, and who really want to start building a plan, who really want to identify where you're stuck and stalled. And the cool thing about this is you come with your situation and circumstances, and you'll be surprised how many other people are experiencing the same thing or similar because they're doing their thing, their life. And when we come together collectively, it's powerful because it's that mastermind feeling of energy that allows you to be like, holy cow, like this person and that person, this was the same situation, but yet this person found that solution and that person found a different kind of solution. It's all about building that muscle, that strength to keep you in that higher vortex so that even though you believe the goal and the dream is possible, the belief over here is what holds it to be true. And if you dip down into the belief that it's not possible, then it's like the domino effect. Things just start falling down or falling apart. And I don't want that for you. I want to give you this opportunity to be able to discover how you can work in this setting to really get the clarity that you need. And that's $87 per person to come into this vortex, to be able to have 4 weeks, Monday through Friday, 10-minute conversations in the morning. And then on Fridays, it'll be a little bit lengthier because you can come in with your questions about you specifically and be supported by a community. Sounds good? That's in the link below as well. And if you're someone that's really ready to step into that support, that accountability, that one-on-one laser focus, getting clear, having the accountability, knowing the directions, flushing out ideas, I do that as well. And have a call for 30 minutes every week. And then you have access to me in between through email and messenger and texting. So if that's something that interests you, get on my calendar. If you're a new client or old client, I want to be able to have that conversation again and revisit what might be in best support to you. So I'll drop my calendar link below as well. So, my friends, I know we've gone a little longer. Oh, actually, not as much as I thought. But I just hope that all this information that you received this week, the replays are here. You can go back and listen to them. As I mentioned, they're also on YouTube. You can share the link. You can share with your friends. Just let others know that they're not alone in their journey, that there are steps that they can follow to make it even better. And if you're open to receive, this is where you become really guided through that love of the higher vibration, the universal love, and the light of shining a light on that path that once looked so dark and you didn't know what direction to go or how to move forward. And that feeling of stuck and stalledness. Let's put the light on it. Let's work together. Let's discover this new season of you and how you're going to show up in life and how you're going to just really own all those things that you desired, and you're done with all the excuses and the feeling that you're not worthy and just really ready to say, I'm built for this. I'm made for this. And I love to use the expression, does this support the life that I'm trying to create? Does calling in a coach, does calling in the support, accountability, does this support the life I'm trying to create? And I think you'll find the answer is yes. Yes, indeed. More, please. Oh, my friends, this brings me so much joy and happiness. And I know that moving forward, there's more. And there is more. We are going to, I will get the information out later today on having the follow-up Zoom connection from those of you that have been a part of this journey, so that we can create your life plan. And we will, I don't have the details worked out, and I know that it'll be posted here later today. So be sure to come back and check that. You should get a notification in the group, but I want to give an opportunity to just have some Q&A around what you experienced and talk about what you've learned and what you're putting into action. And as a group, that is going to help others. And again, it'll be a Zoom call so that we can interact and have the resources that the evidence is clear. When you show up for yourself on a daily basis, you take in the information and you apply it. Even if you apply it slightly, it can make a difference in your life, in the relationships that you have, in the business that you're building, in the career that you're doing, and just you in general, of mind, body, spirit. So that's coming later today. So stay tuned for that. Let me just check my notes here. So as we, move forward, real quick, some tips. Accountability, personal accountability that you can utilize. You can make a list. Your to-do list is usually your typical accountability. You can ask a friend to do something like I just introduced about, can you two call each other at the same time every day and have a 10-minute conversation? You could do that. The third one is set an alarm on your phone. Set multiple alarms on your phone so that you can remind yourself. There's even some reminder apps that you can do to say, am I grounded? Am I focused? Am I staying on course? Am I doing the things that I wanted to do or needed to do or desired to do? And then, you can always build your own community. So those are three things that you can do on your own, outside of being supported through my community and my coaching. So making those lists, making the check marks, get something fun to make a list on too. Some really cool paper is helpful. And then asking a friend to support you, and then using an alarm or a reminder app on your phone so that you have that as well. Okay, well, I'm going to let you get on with your day. I just sending you guys tons of love, lots of light. It's Friday. Go be brilliant. Go do the things that you know your heart truly desires. Have an amazing weekend. And I'm looking forward to working with you further and dropping into your inbox and just shining light as bright as I can so that you don't have to have the feeling that you're never going to be where you want to be. The time is now. All right, that's all. Have an amazing day, as I said, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.